With version 6.1 and the release of Nefer and Nod-Krai's Lunar Reaction, the meta and tier list we made a month ago have completely changed. So it's time we analyze the present and future and see which characters are best and the most future-proof. Keep in mind, this tier list is made with future potential and overall value in mind, not just raw damage numbers. For example, Lyney does more damage than Dehya, but Dehya will still rank higher because she's more useful in current and upcoming teams as a support, while Lyney isn't even usable as a DPS anymore. We'll go through 5-star characters only for now. Let me know in the comments if you want a 4-star tier list next. Let's start with the older units. Klee currently has no team where she's a must-pick, but she can be played as a support in burning teams, especially holding TTDS for characters like Kinish. Now that constellations are free to get, her C2 makes her more relevant since it reduces defense for your main DPS. She's also a Hexen Zirkel member, which gives her a slight boost, but she still ends up in B tier.
Before that, if you want extra discounts for the new version, check out Loot Bar for up to 25% discount, cheaper than the in-game price. On top of that, there are new offers every time a banner drops. And the shop reset that gives double rewards also applies on Loot Bar. Just click the link in my description, select your server, enter your UID, and your Genesis crystals are delivered instantly. Loot Bar is trusted by hundreds of thousands of players worldwide, and new users even get an extra 10% coupon on their first purchase. Don't miss out, it's the best way to prepare for upcoming banners.
Then Venti joins her in B tier, mostly the same reasons, maybe even worse, but he's still a VV holder, which keeps him viable. Albedo is next, and honestly, he's not recommended even after being a Hexen Zirkel member and having future synergy with Durin. He's just a wasted potential character. Coming to Liyue DPS, names like Child and Ganyu drop to C tier. Ganyu can still be used as a cryo damage dealer, and Child has some workable teams, especially after the release of Zilenin, removing his double swirl requirement, and Mavuika as a great pyro applier. Their raw damage just isn't enough. Other DPS like Hutao and Xiao are still considerably better, especially if you have their premium teams. They can clear all current content, so they stay A tier. Zhongli is still the second best shielder and provides the most universal option, especially in Dendro teams, thanks to his Dendro resistance shred, so he's A tier. Talking about Dendro supports, Baizhu has actually risen a lot with Lauma and Nefer and Lunar Reaction. He provides shield, healing, can hold TTDS, and works in Lauma Nefer Bloom teams as a healer and Deepwood holder. He even fits into Kinish teams and old Farina Hyper Bloom setups. He's one of the best healers right now, solid S tier. Moving to Inazuma, DPS like Ito and Yoimiya are just bad. They can't play any support roles, so both are low C tier. Ayaka and Raiden, however, are still strong. Raiden's premium overload team with Chevros and Farina plus Yelan Electrocharge remains solid, and Ayaka is buffed massively by Escafé, making both strong again. They can even be used as off-field applicators. Raiden in particular adds flexibility, so both are top A tier, just below the current premium characters. Ayato is still decent as a Hydro applicator, but now overshadowed by too many Hydro options, so he's B tier. Shenhe and Kokomi are both amazing in their own roles. Shenhe is top tier for Skirk and Ayaka, while Kokomi fits into Freeze and Bloom teams. Kokomi edges higher since she fits anywhere as a TTDS healer, so she's S tier, while Shenhe stays A tier. Kazuha and Yelan are still SS plus tier, broken since release and still irreplaceable. Yelan dominates Vape, Freeze, and Bloom teams, while Kazuha remains the best buffer in the game. Miko is still fine, but outclassed, especially since most players already have Raiden. She's usable in Lunar Charge setups, but not worth pulling now.
Moving to Sumeru, Nahida remains one of the most broken units in Genshin. She was slightly power crept by Lauma, but still top tier S. She pairs perfectly with Lauma, or acts as Nefer's fallback if you don't have Lauma. Alhaitham and Milu both jumped up with Nod-Krai. Milu's back to premium status in Llama Bloom teams, and Alhaitham is insane in Hyper Bloom, so both are top A tier. Most Sumeru units got buffed due to the new EM-focused meta and Lauma's synergy. Cyno and Wanderer next. Cyno got multiple buffers recently, like Nefer, Lauma, and Cylonin, but his damage still lags. Wanderer, on the other hand, is technically the best Anemo DPS, since Shaska doesn't do Anemo damage. Both perform well only with their full premium setups, so both stay A tier. Now to Fontaine. Starting with the weakest, Linne and Sijuin, neither has a relevant team right now, so both are D tier. Big names now. Farina is easily SS plus tier, still a top 3 support and arguably the best for Hydro or hybrid teams. She works with Novelet, Veressa, Mavuika, and basically any DPS thanks to her universal buffs and Hydro application. Novelet finally fell slightly out of the top 5 DPS for the first time, but he's still strong and incredibly flexible. He fits with Farina and Nefer, Escoffier, Sitlali, even Llama Bloom teams. He's S tier, not a must pull, but far from bad.
Riothsley and Clorind are roughly equal. Ryo gained huge value with Mavuika and Escoffier, while Clorind remained stable. Both are A tier, good but not essential.
Supports like Xianyun and Emily are quite solid. Emily especially is more flexible, supporting Burning and Burgeon teams, so both sit mid-A tier.
Now, talking about Arlecchino, she's currently at the same level as Neuvillette. Her melt setups are still broken, working perfectly with Yelan, Xingqiu, or Mona in Vape melt teams. She's one of the best F2P DPS options alongside Neuvillette. The new EM-based artifact set also buffs her a lot, and she might even scale with Columbina in future, giving her potential above Neuvillette. Chiori sits in A tier, good in double Geo teams but not must pull.
Now to Natlan. Mulanni and Kinich are roughly equal. You can argue Mulanni's better, but for most players, both perform similarly. They both synergize extremely well with Durin, so both are S tier. Shaska is interesting. Lower raw damage, but easier to play, so she's A tier.
Xilonin is one of the most meta-shaping characters ever. Still top tier, maybe even better than Farina, since her resistance shred buff works with Nod-Krai characters too. She's in almost every top team. Mavuika Melt, Veressa Overload, and even as healer buffer in new setups. Absolutely must pull SS plus tier. Mavuika again, strongest DPS right now and likely to stay top 5 till the end of Nod-Krai. She can even work as an off-field support, so definitely SS tier.
Supports Sitlali and Escoffier are both broken. Sitlali powers up Melt and Freeze, providing Hydro Res Shred and Scroll buffs, while Escoffier revived the entire Freeze meta. Both are top tier SS supports.
Then comes Veressa, currently top 3 DPS with her Overload and Electrocharge teams alongside Mavuika and Chevreuse. She's incredible, top tier. Skirk follows. She holds the second strongest team currently with Escoffier. Without Escoffier, she's still good, but falls near Kinich and Mualani levels. Her reliance on Freeze makes her future shaky since Freeze doesn't scale from EM, and Nod-Krai favors EM reactions, so I'd rank her S tier, slightly below top.
Inefa is currently the best Electrocharge support and shields old DPS like Neuvillette, Raiden, and Clorind. She's also Flynn's best support, so she's top tier SS. Lauma is just broken. The best Dendro unit in the game with no comparison. Absolute must-pull SS plus tier. Finally, Flynn's and Nefer. Both share similar power levels and team dependencies. With their premium setups, a Nefer for Flynn's and Lauma for Nefer, they're top 5 DPS. But looking ahead, with Columbina and Whitehorse Adeptus potentially buffing them, both are future-proof S plus tier. So that's the full 6.1 tier list, ranking by both current meta and future potential. Let me know your opinions down below. And don't forget, we're hosting a giveaway. All the info's in the description.